I guess where is things now with this team establishing kind of its own identity and you guys building off of last year, but also kind of bringing in a lot of these new players into the fold this year?
Yeah, I feel like we're off to a good start. We still have a long way to go, and the fact that we started school a little bit later than we normally do at Mississippi State, I think we're going to be a little bit behind schedule. But the kids are working so hard, especially in the weight room and the conditioning, and we're going to need the weather to cooperate a little bit. Although we can get a lot done inside as well. But certainly, our young guys, anytime you're going through something for the first time, it's a little bit of a transition. But we have great leadership on this club, and I think our older group has just done a great job helping these younger guys, move to the next level.
You've got a number of guys that I know you're excited about. A couple of arms, a couple of guys to replace some key positions. Where are these guys kind of in their development right now, as far as some of the guys they're going to see playing time right away?
Yeah, Dakota Hudson pitched really well today, and he's a freshman that we think has a bright future. Certainly, the catching position there's been tremendous competition there. I think Randolph has come back and played well. He's really the only returning guy that we have from a year ago, along with Garner, who has any experience, and neither one of those guys played. They both redshirted, so that's a position that the guys have really been competing hard at. Certainly, Matthew Britton is a guy we hope can step in and play the shortstop position. Frazier, having lost Frazier, is a pretty big loss as a junior, and Hunter Renfro's a pretty big loss too. But at the same time, we feel like we have some candidates out there as well. So, we lost some great players, and I think that's the hallmark of a great program. You constantly have to repair and replace great players, and I think that's certainly the case this year.
I know coaches don't like to talk about rankings. With some of these preseason rankings, I know some of this was going to be expected with the season that you guys had, but do you guys talk about it? Is there any discussion of, okay, these guys are saying this, now let's go out and prove it on the field?
Yeah, I think the older kids really understand what, we went into the season last year, I think we were ranked 8 in one poll, so certainly in 5th in one. So I think certainly this isn't a shock to our kids. I think it's something that they know that they have to earn. It's a great compliment. I think it creates a little bit of a buzz around your program, and we're a program really that depends a lot on our fans to show up. So I think all those things are compelling factors and help our program. But our kids know that nothing matters until it's done on the field. I think they all recognize that. It's fun to talk about a little bit, but at the same time they know, when you get on that squat rack and there's 400 pounds that has to get moved, your ranking isn't going to move that weight. Your ranking's not going to get you from the plate to first base in 4.1 seconds. Our kids are pretty level-headed, and again, I think that comes from leadership.
Great, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
John, is it safe to say that you can go into the season, maybe opening day, and not have some of those decisions made? Some of those battles make the course of the season. The game will decide how those battles shake out, and you may not have an idea on February 14th how those are going to shake out yet?
I think that's a great question, and I think that's one of the reasons people ask me all the time why I like playing 4-game sets early on.
Right.
I like playing the 4-game sets because it really forces us to explore as many options as we can early in the season to get us ready for Southeastern Conference play. And you know what? When we're experimenting, in some ways it could cost us a little bit. You might lose a game that you probably shouldn't, because you're trying so many different sequences of players, but you're willing to run that risk because you think in the long run it's really going to help your club find out who it is early. So I'm excited about giving a lot of different people opportunities early in the season.
As a coach, would you rather, where do you sit on this kind of a deal? Where would you rather have somebody jump out and be that guy that okay, he's going to be at shortstop, he's going to be behind the plate, he's going to be on the mound? Or would you rather have that shake out the way that it shakes out normally? I mean, it's always been that way for you, it seems like, in February.
Well, I think it makes the coach a lot more comfortable when you can just fill out 9 and just play them. I think it makes that the life of a coach a lot easier. But I think we have enough talent on this club to where it's not going to be easy, and that's a real credit to our players. I think we have several players who deserve playing time in many different positions. Especially the catcher position. So we'll see. Gosh, we'll see as many as maybe 3 of those 4 guys play the first weekend.
Brett said that he was talking about Matthew Britton and said, I really see that it factor this year in him. Nobody's really talked about Matthew Britton that way before. What's been the biggest leap for him?
Yeah, I don't think there's a question. Even a year ago or 2 years ago, he's one of the best athletes on our club. He can run, he can throw. I think he's a very confident young man. I think he's really turned the corner as an offensive player and really as a defensive player as well. I think he wants the ball hit to him, and I think he's become more physical too. So really excited about what Matthew can do for us. I think he's that bona fide, defender with some offensive skills for sure. And you need that in this league. You need guys who can step up and play the key positions, and I think he's one of those guys. And I think, Adam Frazier had a huge part in his development as a player.
Thanks, John.